I am terrified. I am here because I believe it is my civic duty.
My family and my name have been totally and permanently destroyed. This confirmation process has become a national disgrace.
The world stopped yesterday and watched. Randy Zeeland joins us, ABC News legal analyst from New York. Randy, thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
So all of this could have been gotten yesterday somewhere else. They didn't need a spectacle. So what was the purpose of yesterday?
I have no idea. Unfortunately, it showed the best that this country has to offer because of the transparency, the cameras in there watching it as it unfolded. But by the same token, it showed the worst of us because it was a travesty. It was trying to pound a square peg into a round hole. This was supposed to be a job interview, not a criminal trial. This was supposed to be nonpartisan, non-adversarial. Simply, is this person qualified to sit on the Supreme Court of the United States? It was not supposed to be an adversarial inquisition criminal trial, and it was horrifying. It was like watching a train wreck.
A lot of people loved Judge Kavanaugh's opening statement. A lot of people on conservative circles criticize it for being too impassioned. And one conservative lawyer told me there is no crying in confirmation hearings.
Well, certainly, I'm torn because on the one hand, if I were wrongfully accused of anything, let alone such a horrifying, it was a crimes that he was accused of. And here I am thinking that I am about to get the job and the lifetime job of a lifetime, and my entire life is unraveling. Well, I might cry. I might get really angry. I might get really emotional, but you have to question. You really have to question it in light of the Fox interview that Judge Kavanaugh gave, and in light of his previous demeanor. And certainly it does call into question whether or not he was playing to President Trump, whether he was playing to the base, and exactly whether or not he demonstrated judicial temperament.
Yeah, because he also invokes Clinton. He sort of brought up, this is a payback for the Clintons. Is that the job of the nominee to sort of go down that road?
Well, you certainly have to wonder if he would have tolerated such behavior in his own courtroom.
What about the woman, Rachel Mitchell, who answered the questions? That strategy seemed to backfire on Republicans.
I think it backfired, it blew up, it backfired again, and then it blew up 3 more times. It was, honestly, it was incredible to me. Remember something. A prosecutor prosecuting sex crimes. Who was that prosecutor's star witness? The victim. Why in God's name would you engage a sex crimes prosecutor and ask that prosecutor to cross-examine a victim? It was, quite candidly, it was moronic, it was embarrassing, and it was abandoned for good cause. Because not only was it unseemly to start the questioning out by how did you get here? This is not a criminal trial. You're not cross-examining your own witness. It took away from the proceedings, and quite candidly, the prosecutor did nothing to damage the credibility of this victim.
I thought the Democrats looked their worst when Sheldon Whitehouse went to the back page of the yearbook to talk about drinking games, throwing up, and flatulence.
It was the worst that this country had to offer. It was embarrassing. It was sphincter tightening. It was, oh my God, what is this is whom we place our trust in to govern. These are supposed to be the best and brightest that the United States has to offer, our members of Congress. What in God's name are you doing, and what do you think you're accomplishing? And would you let your own high school child preparing for a debate behave in such a manner?
Yeah, that's a great point. I thought he looked the worst when he went after Klobuchar for no apparent reason.
Well, what I found to be telling is back to the question, what were we there for? We were there to determine whether or not this person is appropriate to sit on the Supreme Court bench. And in order to get there, what is really the ultimate question? Well, not only are you smart, not only will you follow the law, but do you have the proper judicial temperament? And to behave that way in such an inappropriate manner, that was something that might give rise to a contempt of court application. So for the judge, the nominee, to behave in such an inappropriate way, I think was kind of a window into the question of whether or not he's got the proper judicial temperament.
Randy Zeland, ABC News legal analyst. Thanks for getting up on a busy morning for us, Randy. Have a good day.
Thank you.